Imagine creating and editing WordPress forms just by prompting AI. With WS Form and Angie, that's now possible. You can build, modify, and even translate forms in seconds, all with simple natural language commands. Angie is Elementor's new Agentic AI assistant for WordPress. Unlike typical AI that only writes text or creates images, Agentic AI can actually perform actions. It can analyze what you ask, plan the steps, and complete real tasks like creating a form or adding new fields automatically. Let's take a look and see how it's done. So I've got WordPress Studio installed here for a local WordPress instance. This would be your WordPress site. And I've installed Angie and WS Form. So Angie I've got from the WordPress plugin repo, and WS Form Pro is the Pro edition of WS Form. This will work with WS Form Lite, our free edition, but I'm going to use the Pro edition so you can see some of the cool features like calculations. On the left-hand side, we have Angie itself, and you can just prompt Angie like you would any other AI client, such as ChatGPT or Claude Desktop. So I'm going to put a prompt in here, and we're going to ask it to create a form for adopting a dog. We're going to ask it to publish that form, and then we're going to ask it to create a page, and that page will be called Adopt a Dog, and we're going to add the form to it. And we're going to specifically ask it to add a text field for where the user can specify the dog breed that they want to adopt. So the way Angie works is we expose a bunch of tools to it, and each of the tools does a different thing, such as create a form or edit a form. And Angie determines which tools to use to execute the prompt that we've given to it. So I've got this in debug mode so you can see what it's actually doing. And you'll see here it's created the form. It is then published the form. And now it's going to use some of the built-in tools that Angie has to actually create a page and add the form to that page. So let's now go into Pages, and there you go, it's built a page called Adopt a Dog, and if we edit that page, you'll see that it's put the WS Form block in there, and it has assigned the Adopt a Dog form that it's created to that particular block. And if we have a look at this form, it's actually added some introductory text to the form to explain how to fill it out. It's put first and last name fields in at 50% width, so you'll see any kind of like fields, it will try and style those. You've got your email, your phone, your address, and it's also put in the text field we asked for the preferred dog breed. If we go into WS Form, and we'll have a look at that form, we'll edit that. And there we go, there's the form that is created in WS Form, which is ready to go. It's added GDPR in there as well. It's put a submit button in. Everything's cool and ready to use. But let's make this form a little bit easier to use. Let's change that preferred dog breed field to a select field. So we can do that with Angie as well. So if we just say change the dog breed text field to a select field and add 20 popular dog breed options to it. So if we run that, then what Angie's now going to do is going to pull down the form so that it understands the structure of that form, and then it's going to go ahead and try and update the form. Now it'll probably fail on that. It's actually going to we're actually going to tell Angie, hey, don't update it, we need to delete that field and then add a new field to it. So there you go, it's actually trying to update the form there. We're telling it, hey, you should probably use the field add function instead. It's deleting that old field. And there we go. So let's now refresh and hit reload. Every time I demo this, Angie does things in a slightly different way. It's really interesting to see the AI working. So you'll see here the preferred dog breed has been added, and there's a select drop down there. And we'll go to options, and there are the dog breeds that we asked it to add to that select field. Now that list there is not alphabetical, so let's ask Angie to reorder that list automatically so it's alphabetically. That'll save you having to drag every single one of those options. So we'll go back into Angie and we'll put a prompt in there, order the dog breed select field alphabetically, and we'll run that. So now again it's going to pull down the form so it knows the current structure of the form, and it will then do an update on that form, which should hopefully update this option list and make it alphabetical. And there we go, it's updating the form, and it should then indicate when it's finished. There we go. So let's now refresh that form, and you'll see now if we edit that field and go into options, the list is now alphabetical. So we can go a step further with Angie. We can actually ask it to translate an entire form. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start a new chat and just show you how to identify this form by ID or by the label. So what we can do, let's just take the label there and let's ask it to translate the dog adoption form into French. So even though we started a new chat, we can identify the form by the label. You can also identify it by the form ID, in this case form ID 23. But let's just say translate the dog adoption form into French and press return. So now Angie's going to pull down the form. You'll see it's doing a form get JSON there, and it's going to translate that form. And there we go, there's the form update. You'll notice it's also edited the text, so it's done some other translations there as well. And there we go, it's refreshed the form and all of the labels have been translated into French. And if we go into that preferred dog breed field, you'll see it's actually translated those too. Let's go a little step further. Let's start a new chat and let's ask it to create a form with a calculator in it. So we'll do a mortgage calculator. So we're going to ask it to create a mortgage calculator form. This time I'm going to have it add help text to each of the fields to help with accessibility. And we'll create a new page called mortgage calculator and add the new form to it. So let's run that. So this is actually an example of where you can use the MCP functionality of WS Form to create calculations in forms. Now calculations can be quite complex to build out, but it'll actually do all of that work for us. So here you can see it's created the form, it has published the form, it's now going to create the page for the mortgage calculator, and it should then assign the new form to that page. There we go, that's it creating the page, and that's it done. So if we go back into the WS Form list, you'll see there's the mortgage calculator form it's created. If we edit that, you'll see here that we've got the property price, a down payment, a loan amount, interest rate, number of years, and then there's a monthly payment field here. And if we edit that, you'll see it's created the hash calculation for that field. So you didn't have to do anything to make that work. Again, if we go into pages, and we can see here's the mortgage calculator page. It has created the page for us, it has added the block, and it has injected the form onto the page for us. And that's ready to go. And you'll notice it's added the help text that we asked for accessibility. So there you go. There's the WS Form and Angie integration. There's a lot more you can do with it. You can do things such as pulling statistics down for forms. So you could say, give me the total number of submissions I had last month, the total number of times the form was shown, give me the conversion rate. You can even ask it advice on how to improve your forms as well, and it will give you tips. We'll keep you updated on this feature in the Facebook group and also via email. I hope you enjoy using it.